like a rivalry game, and our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. The Cyclones will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Hawkeyes offense will have the football first. Over the years, Iowa has dominated this series, leading at 47-24, but the Cyclones have won 2 of the last 3, but home field hasn't meant much. The road team has won the last 3 clashes for the Cyhawks.
And last year's was improbable because Iowa State, they couldn't score. It was 13-0. If Iowa was better in the red zone, the game would have been over. But Rocco Beck came up absolutely clutch. Goes down the field with less than a minute, Palmer. And the always reliable kickers come up big in a rivalry game. 54 yards for the win at the Horn.
Yeah, I think this was the game that really showed Matt Campbell and his team that they had what it takes to win these tight, close games against really...
It's a seam wide open. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The Hawkeyes have this offense rolling. They'll go to the ground. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
It's complete to the left. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Hawkeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa!
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Iowa State's offense has the ball for the first time. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
Back to throw, it's Beck. Got his man on the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. And the Cyclones will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. To the ground with the back. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck that had to be a blown assignment. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he's got a chance. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This rivalry is so important to the people of this state, and it dates back to 1894, guys.
Yeah, it goes back a long way. And when you watch the product on the field every year, it's usually low scoring, but it's a lot of physical, tough people on the field.
Yeah, and you know, people in Iowa, they just love football, and this is a rivalry game that really hits home for so many. Regardless of which side of the fence you're on, in this game, Iowa or Iowa State, it means so much.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Beck. Here's the pressure. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
And the Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. The give to the tailback. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. Now, the Hawkeyes have a whole new backfield without Caleb Johnson, who turned in one of the most prolific rushing seasons in Iowa football history. School record 21 touchdowns. He was this offense a year ago, David.
He was, and if you're an Iowa fan, man, Reese, we've been just clamoring for years. Just give me some offense, like some form of a passing attack. Another new system. Tim Lester comes in as the OC. Interested to see if they can air it out. They can be more fun to watch, and they can score more points.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They are trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan. They are executing beautifully.
And a nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the run, it's Hansen. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air. It's Beck. And a quick shuffle pass underneath.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Townsend. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls and fires complete. And the Cyclones with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. There's a hit. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
The Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Jackson. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Hawkeyes need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Gonna run it. It's Moulton. Nice move there. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, these fan bases have been hyped, and with the Cy-Hawk Trophy up for grabs, who knows what the second half will give us. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Iowa and Iowa State plays out.
The Hawkeyes will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Tight end now in motion. Off play action. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Beck saved his best for last in 2024. 4 touchdowns to seal a classic Pop-Tart Bowl win. Unfrosted still better. This year he's going to have to get used to some new receivers, and they're going to need some guys to step up, David.
Unfrosted, absolutely not better first. That was blasphemous. You should never get away with that again. But Rocco Beck, he had a great, solid season. Came up in the clutch when they really needed him down the stretch of games. Another year in the system. Interested to see what the Cyclones can do now.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking for space. It's Hansen. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. That's caught. It's Green. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for their quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Beck. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a frustrating start for this offense. At halftime, you know you're down. You got to come out. You got to create some energy, some momentum, get this side of the ball cooking, and you go 3 and out, and you punt the football. But now you're going to rely on your defense. You got to get the ball back, string some stops together while we're trying to figure out the offensive side of the football.
He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. On the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
Dropping back, it's Beck. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. That's past the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Man, that's exactly how you draw it up. You want to drop back. You want to play coverage. You want to make sure you don't give up a big play. You got to lead in the fourth quarter, but it also involves you tackling well and a nice job rallying to the football and making the tackle.
Looking to pass. It's Beck. Lofts one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Looking to throw again. Under fire. He's going to take off. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
Really nice timing. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ballgame? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
And the Cyclones getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Townsend. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
All right, offense, it's got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
The Cyclones trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll move the tight end. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Quickly to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
And the Cyclones need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Bring in the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Caught over the middle. It's Sauer. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run, but now with less than a minute to go, you've got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Hawkeyes will punt this one away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. To throw, it's Beck. Working that left side now. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, going up top. Fires left. Finds a man all alone. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, but it might be too little too late.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. He'll set up to throw. Oh, they're after him. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents, whatever the reason.